All right, I'm just gonna do a little fishing after work again. I'm gonna check out this creek. I fished one time before and didn't catch anything. Actually, I fished this creek a lot, but it's about 10 miles upstream, so I'm fishing the lower part of it. It's a lot different. Just got my little tackle, a little bit of tackle, and my pole with me. I'm gonna carry it. I'm gonna probably walk through the water and go upstream, see what I can catch. There it is. Just gotta use the right bait sometimes. I saw a couple little bass over here. You know, this is a cool little bass to catch out of a creek, especially a shallow one like this. But I saw a few little bass over there earlier, and I was throwing the little Rapala jointed. Didn't even look at it. Put the rooster tail on there. First cast, caught this little largemouth. But I saw a few other ones. I'm gonna try to see if I can get them to hit too. How did I get one right there? I just walked through there, then I cast back where I walked through and caught one. A little largemouth. I don't know why I cast back that way. I thought for sure there was no way I'd catch fish. Hey, here's a good one. Or at least it's a fighting one. Nah, just a little one. Green sunfish. What is this? Another green sunfish. This thing's hit harder than the bass do. Wow, shiner really attacks that thing. Hey, I got one. Little largemouth. They've all been about the same size, all three of the ones I've caught. Just got a little bluegill. Oh, that's a coosa bass. I didn't know if they were down this far in this creek, because it's not very much further down. This creek flows into the Hiwassee River, probably I'd say 2 or 3 miles, and I never hear of anybody catching these bass in the Hiwassee River. But upstream about 5 or 6 miles at least, where I do most of my fishing on this creek, I catch a lot of these. So it's kind of cool to see one down this way. Oh yeah, that was a good one. What we got? Chubby little fish. Oh, that's another, well, I guess it's a coosa bass, but it sure looks different. I'm not familiar with the way it looks. It's got the red eyes. Maybe it's a spotted bass. I'm not even exactly sure. That's a fun little fish there. What's the hardest fighting thing I've caught today? That's a long red breast sunfish. That thing's hit harder than anything. Got one. Alright, the best fish today so far. I think I scared this one off the bank. It was over there in the real shallow area. It scooted out into the middle. When I cast it out there, it got it. Well, here's my biggest fish so far, about a 10-inch largemouth. Oh, sorry, buddy. Oh, another one right here. You tack to that one. Little largemouth. Man, bunch of fish over here. How come these fish can fight the hardest? Got a wide body on them. Another big red breast. That's a pretty thick one. Yeah, got a bluegill. Another red breast. I think there's all kinds of panfish in here. Red breast. I was just walking back downstream, just casting. I had lost my my black spinnerbait, or the rooster tail up there, so I switched to the smaller one, the rainbow one, and got a little bass, little largemouth bass. Oh, I got a fish. What in the world? Wow. Little largemouth. I just caught that other fish, stepped over here, that little bitty one over there, and then I just cast it over there. I've already came through here. I went upstream. Now I'm going back downstream, casting a different rooster tail, the smaller one. Caught this little largemouth, like right there. Man, this rooster tail is wearing them out better than the last one. Another largemouth. There's a lot of them in this creek. This one was right off the bank. Oh. Ah, I got a fish and it's stuck on that tree. Look at that. This rooster tail really works good. If I can get it off there. Green sunfish. Wasn't even spinning in the water. I caught like 3 or 4 fish off this one in like 5 minutes. Oh, another coosa bass. Little one. That's pretty there. Got some kind of problem with it though. I don't know what that is. There ought to be a fish in here. Oh, I think I had a bite. I caught 2 green sunfish coming up from this little spot. It just looks like a great spot. You'd think there'd be something big here. Yeah, I got something. Nope, well it didn't. Came off. Didn't catch that one last time. This little rooster tail's bringing out smaller fish. Just getting more intense. I don't know if it's because it's getting later in the day, or if it's a different color, if it's smaller, what it is. But I'm getting a lot more hits and more fast. Little bass. Another one. This is a green sunfish. I caught 2 over here. I don't know if they're the same ones or not. Who knows? Those things are pretty aggressive. There we go. Another good sized redbreast. There's one. Ooh, a jumper. Oh man. There's a pretty little, either a largemouth, maybe a spot, probably a largemouth. Well, that was more exciting than I thought it was gonna be. I probably fished out here for 2 hours on this creek, and it was perfect for the rooster tail. I'm glad I brought those. I wasn't even planning on using those. And then I switched to it and caught that, saw how that first fish went after it really hard. Kept using it, lost the black one, switched to the rainbow colored one, kept catching fish. Caught a lot more fish than I thought I was gonna catch out of this creek. So I usually don't use a rooster tail that much, but this creek was perfect for it. It's wide, it's open, I can walk through it, you know, and most of it's about 1 foot to 2 feet deep, so it worked really well. I'm really not out, it looks like I'm way out in the country, but I'm really not. I'm just behind the industrial park, in between some farms, really, just fishing. So the rooster tail worked really good this afternoon. I'm glad I brought it. I'm gonna head back to the truck now and head home.